Our next guest is the mother of two incredibly talented girls, Ashley and Wynonna. She is a big old star, and if that wasn't enough, she's a walking miracle. Last month, she made a very special announcement. Watch this.
So I've wondered for a long time what it would be like to say these words. I'm free. They can't find any trace of the virus in my body.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Naomi Judd. Look at you.
Hey, baby.
How are you?
Pretty darn good.
Come on over.
Hey.
Woo. You're a vision.
Thank you.
Now, Ralph was dogging this. He said you made it out of an old couch he had.
He said he called it a divan. It shows how old he is. He called it. He said he had a divan he threw out a long time ago. I got a Salvation Army.
I think it's absolutely wonderful.
You know, I said that about being free, but what you all didn't see was the next part of my announcement on Capitol Hill. They called me to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., and I said, Star, I don't know anything. And you know me, I tell them I do.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But what y'all didn't see was when I made my announcement with my doctor and all the heads of the American Liver Foundation that day, which was quite a remarkable experience for me. You all didn't hear me say that I actually don't feel like I'm going to be free until all my other companions on this journey are free. We're trying as hard as we can to find a cure.
Now, this is really a miracle.
Ta-da!
It really is. I mean, this is not something that medically they've got figured out.
No, 4.5 million people have hepatitis C, 4.5 million in America. So we've way surpassed AIDS in epidemic proportions, but y'all didn't know that. And there's 17 million people worldwide that have hepatitis C. So if you've had a blood transfusion before the year 1992, if you've had an organ transplant, if you've done IV drugs.
Is brain included?
Well, I know
I did have a brain transplant.
You had a lobotomy.
Yeah.
If you've done IV drugs, and a lot of people have forgotten, that maybe sometime way back when they were wild and crazy, they did this stuff. If you've had body piercing or tattoos, or if you're a medical worker like me, I was a nurse, you need to get tested for hepatitis C because it's a killer disease.
What are you doing here? You've got...
Oh, well, first of all, I have to say happy birthday, Loretta. It's 63 today.
Yeah, that's right.
My girlfriend, Loretta, Lynn.
Is that somebody's phone number you shouldn't show?
Well, it's the Liver Foundation.
Oh,
so if
okay.
anybody out there starting to get scared, if you think you may have hepatitis C, call 1-800.
Should I put it on my hand too? Just
Yes,
write
you
it on all
should.
your hands. That's it.
Because I know you got that big tattoo of Amy on your chest.
Oh, yeah.
The number is 1-800-223-0179.
You've got the right number.
That's
All right.
it.
Hey, I know you had some photos that you wanted to bring of you and Tammy
Oh,
that I would love to show.
we have 3 queens in country music, and one of them's gone. I wanted to tell all the fans out there this story because I know that Tammy would want you to know this. I got a call from George Ritchie, her husband, probably about 1995 in the middle of the night. She'd been rushed to a Nashville hospital. She was on life support. So I took down the side of the bed, literally got in bed with her, and she couldn't talk. She's on a ventilator at that time. And I just went to cover her with prayer. And I had taken a guardian angel nightlight, this beautiful lithophane of a guardian angel, and I put it right smack across from her bed. And there in that dark, scary hospital room, this thing was glowing. And I said, this is to remind you of the fans that are holding you up in prayer and that love you. And these big old tears started, yeah.
Oh.
That's when it got to her.
Have you put the pictures up yet? These are really wonderful. Oh.
There's Loretta, coal miner's daughter.
Oh, that's great.
Tammy, the first lady of country music, and of course, Wynonna,
And all the rest of the Judds.
the Countess of Hip, the Mistress of Jam, with glamour and clamor, funk and flair with funk to spare. And this is when we worked together and we toured together. We used to park our buses side by side. And we'd be getting on those buses at night to do the show. We had to put on our pantyhose and our makeup and everything. And if she was tired or whatever, she'd look over at me and wink and she'd say, honey, still got my beautician's license. And I'd say, well, I still got my nursing license.
We got to take a break right quick. We'll be back to talk to Naomi some more. Oh, yeah. Oh, forgot. Sorry. Wiz just a yapping. Now, you and John Tesh are hosting the Dove Awards this next Thursday, a week from Thursday, April 23rd.
Right here on CNN.
9 o'clock Eastern, right here on CNN. Now, are you ready to fire into this? I hosted them last year. So, you know, the standard is way low. You can hardly do anything to mess up.
I told John Tesh, I said, you know, Wynonna Judd used to say the 5 scariest words in the English language were live TV with my mom.
Or ladies and gentlemen, Naomi Judd. Either one. No, you know what's coming. You know how it works. I mean, we get to roar a little bit. We kind of go by plan and we kind of say, forget it every now and then. But this is stiff time. I mean, this is like you got to read that thing and you got to stick to it, and there's not one chance you're going to do it. There's no way.
Well, I was at the Oscars with Ashley and Wynonna, and I was literally sitting, I don't know how we got the best seats in the house. I was literally on the second row right in front of Billy Crystal. I was just taking notes, you know, because he did such a fabulous job hosting the Oscars. But country music and gospel music are actually musical cousins. You know that?
Yeah, sure.
So one of the things I want to talk about on the Doves, I was really thrilled when they asked me to do it because, frankly, part of my healing has been about all these different modalities. And I'm going to be talking about how, you know, music is the backdrop to our lives. It's sort of the soundtrack of all of our lives. And I'm going to be talking about how there's a physical science about how music affects the physical body. It's called entrainment, and about psychoacoustics, about how it affects moods and brain waves. But contemporary Christian music, I don't have to tell you, is the fastest growing music there is.
Did you realize halfway through this, they're going to go to commercial? They are. They're going to go to commercial.
They're going to sell dog food
and
floor wax.
They're going to do it.
But you're nominated.
Yes, I am. I'm going to do a song from that record later on.
It's from the rhyme, and it's a 3 words. It's a fabulous,
Well, thank you very much.
album.
I appreciate that. It's just an honor to be nominated. Well, Ricky's
I'm going to do 3 costume changes, so all you girls have to see my designer
Oh, good. Oh, my, yes. We can't miss that, can we? Guys, let's watch. Here's Ricky singing Statue of a Fool, Ricky Van Shelton.